Your shoulders are climbing up to your ears. Your stomach is a tight, twisting knot. That's your default setting now. Rent's due. Your boss sent a just checking in email at midnight. And your brain? It decides now is the perfect time to remember that awkward thing you said in 2016. Here's the plot twist. You already have something that shuts down stress faster than scrolling TikTok, cheaper than therapy, with fewer side effects than wine. Your breath. Not meditation, not an ice bath, not some guru. Just something you already do 20,000 times a day. The real, science-backed. This has 500 million TikTok views because it actually works kind. No incense, no mantras, no inner llama. Just you, your lungs, and 90 seconds to hack your nervous system. Modern life is basically one long anxiety buffet. Boss Slack messages at 9 p.m. Stress. Bank account hits zero before payday. Stress. Any news headline. Mega stress. Your body can't tell the difference between a real threat and a passive-aggressive purr. My last email ... quotes. To your nervous system. Both are saber-toothed tigers. Except you're just sitting there. Heart racing, shoulders feel like concrete, jaw could crush diamonds, pretending to care about synergy in a Zoom meeting. Here's what's happening. Your sympathetic nervous system, your fight-or-flight mode, takes over. Heart spikes. Blood pressure rises. Cortisol floods your system. You become a tightly wound spring ready to snap. Chronic stress causes heart disease, weakened immunity, insomnia, digestive issues, premature aging, and snapping at people you love. That headache? Stress? Can't find your phone? It's in your hand. Stress. Crying in your car? Definitely stress. A 2017 Stanford study discovered breathing pacemaker neurons in your brainstem. They create a direct neurological link between breathing and emotions. Fast breathing signals, danger, panic. Slow breathing signals, we're safe. Stand down, game changer. You can't control your heart rate directly, but you can control your breath. And your breath controls everything else. Your lungs are literally the remote control for your nervous system. Stanford research shows this is the fastest route to stress relief, faster than any pill or app. Meet Sarah, 32, works in marketing, student loans the size of a small country. Every Sunday night she got what she called the dread, heart pounding, stomach knotted, freaking out about Monday before it even happened. Therapy? Expensive. Medication? Expensive. She tried one breathing technique from Reddit's Our Anxiety. 2 weeks in, sleeping better. 1 month, that churning pit in her stomach every Sunday night, the one that made her nauseous just thinking about Monday, it's 70% gone. Now she actually sleeps on Sundays. She told me, I felt stupid at first, like really? But holy crap, it works. Meanwhile, I was still stress eating nachos at midnight, purely for scientific comparison, of course. Then there's Mark, financial analyst, 60-hour weeks. Stress eating through spreadsheets. His doctor said, your blood pressure is dangerous. You're looking at a heart attack before 45 if you don't relax. Mark started doing 10 minutes of breathwork every morning. 3 months later, blood pressure down 20 points. He stopped waking up at 3 a.m. with chest pain. His wife said he's a different person. Mark's like, Doc, I'm literally just ... breathing. The science behind why this works. You have a vagus nerve running from your brain down to your gut, your body's emergency brake system. Slow breathing, especially when you make your exhale longer than your inhale, stimulates it hard. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest and digest mode, signaling every organ. We're safe. Relax. A 2016 Frontiers in Psychology study showed that just 5 minutes of controlled breathing cut cortisol levels by 40%, comparable to some anti-anxiety medications, without the side effects. Here's the CO2 twist nobody talks about. When you're anxious and breathing rapidly, you're actually blowing off too much CO2. Your body needs a certain level of CO2 to deliver oxygen to your brain. Low CO2 equals constricted brain blood vessels, which equals dizziness, racing heart, which equals more anxiety. It's a vicious cycle. Controlled breathing breaks it by normalizing your CO2 levels. Your brain gets proper oxygen flow, and the panic signal turns off, like rebooting a glitchy computer. Enough theory. Ready for the fix? Here are 4 techniques science proves actually work. Pick one. Let's do this. Drop a 1, 2, 3, or 4 in the comments for which one you want to try first. Technique 1. The 4-7-8 breath. For when your brain won't shut up. Dr. Andrew Weil from Harvard created this natural tranquilizer. Over 10 million YouTube results for this one. Here's how you do it. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold for 7 seconds. Breathe out through your mouth, making a whoosh sound for 8 seconds. Repeat 4 rounds. That long 8-second exhale forces your nervous system into relaxation mode. Your heart rate physically drops. Your mind quiets. I use this every single night. Used to take me an hour to fall asleep, now 10 minutes max. Sometimes I'm out by round 3, drooling mid-whoosh. Glamorous, I know. Common mistake. Don't force the hold. If you feel lightheaded, ease up. This should feel calming, not stressful. Best for insomnia, overthinking, nighttime anxiety. Pause here. Try 1 round right now. I'll wait. Notice how your shoulders drop? Technique 2. Box breathing, for when you might lose it at work. Military special forces use this before missions. Companies like Google teach it for burnout. Here's how. Breathe in for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Breathe out for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Repeat for 5 minutes. Picture a square. Breathe up one side, across the top, down the other side, along the bottom. That equal rhythm balances your nervous system perfectly. I did this in my car before asking for a raise. My hands were shaking. Voice was shaky. 3 minutes of box breathing. Walked in calm, clear, confident. Got the raise, by the way. Probably because I wasn't sweating through my shirt this time. Pro insight. The equal counts create something called coherent breathing. It synchronizes your heart rate variability, which is your body's natural stress buffer. Best for work stress, confrontations, presentations, those I'm about to explode moments. Let's do 1 round together. Breathe with me. 4 in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold. Feel that instant shift? Technique 3. The physiological sigh. For when everything's on fire right now. This is Stanford's newest discovery. Dr. Andrew Huberman calls it the fastest stress relief technique known to science. Your body does this naturally after crying. Now you can trigger it on demand. Here's how. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Immediately take a second small sip of air in to fully top it off. Slowly exhale all the air out through your mouth. That's it. Do this 1 to 3 times. Fun fact, your body actually does this automatically right before you fall asleep. It's your nervous system's built-in reset button. First time I tried this during a panic attack, I was skeptical. Within 30 seconds, heart rate dropped. Chest pressure eased. I could think again. Got a nasty email? Physiological sigh. Unexpected bill. Physiological sigh. Kids screaming, dog barking, everything falling apart at once. Definitely physiological sigh. Why it works. That double inhale fully inflates your lungs, including the collapsed air sacs. The long exhale dumps the accumulated CO2 and triggers an immediate calming response via the vagus nerve. Studies show just one of these can reduce your acute stress response within 60 to 90 seconds. Best for panic attacks, acute stress, I need relief right now moments. This is your emergency button. Try it right now. Double inhale, long exhale. Comment it worked if you felt the shift. Technique 4. Alternate nostril breathing for when everything's too much. This ancient yoga technique has been practiced for over 3,000 years. Western science finally caught up. Here's how. Use your right thumb to close your right nostril. Breathe in through your left nostril for 4 counts. Close your left nostril with your ring finger. Release your right nostril. Breathe out through your right nostril for 4 counts. Breathe in through your right nostril for 4 counts. Switch sides and repeat for 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, you'll look like a confused teapot, but it works incredibly well. A 2013 study showed this significantly reduces heart rate, blood pressure, and anxiety markers. It also synchronizes your brain hemispheres for mental clarity. My friend who's a high school teacher uses this. After dealing with 150 teenagers, my brain's like scrambled eggs. 5 minutes of this, I feel human again. Common mistake, don't strain. If you get dizzy, slow down or stop. This should feel meditative, not like you're holding your breath underwater. Best for overwhelm, racing thoughts, mental exhaustion. I don't have time for this. You need 5 minutes. Here's how to make it work. Stack it. Attach breathwork to something you already do. Do 4-7-8 breathing right after you brush your teeth at night. Do box breathing while your morning coffee brews. Do a physiological sigh while your computer boots up. When you tie it to automatic habits, you don't have to remember. You just do it. Use it when life hits. Don't wait for perfect moments. Got a stressful text? Breathe. Scary bill in the mail? Breathe first. Boss looks angry? Bathroom break. Then breathe. Start stupidly small. 1 round. 30 seconds. That's it. Imperfect action beats perfect inaction every single time. Real story. My friend Jessica is an ERS. She was on anxiety medication for 3 years. Panic attacks 2 to 3 times a week. She was seriously considering quitting her job. Her therapist suggested adding breathwork alongside her medication. Just 5 minutes daily. 6 months later, panic attacks dropped to once a month, maybe. Under her doctor's supervision, she was able to cut her medication dose in half. She told me, "For the first time in my adult life, I feel like I control my anxiety instead of it controlling me. I thought I'd be on meds forever. Turns out, I just needed better tools." Which technique resonated most with you? Comment below. Let's see which one is most popular. Look, breathwork won't pay your rent. It won't make your boss less annoying. It won't fix your relationship problems. But here's what it will do. It'll help you sleep when money worries keep you up at 3 a.m. It'll calm you down when work deadlines feel impossible. It'll give you clarity when everything feels overwhelming. And it'll help you be present with the people you love instead of being trapped in your anxious thoughts. Stress is inevitable. It's part of being alive in 2025. But suffering through it? That doesn't have to be. Your breath is always with you. In the worst meeting of your life. In the middle of a panic attack at the grocery store. At 3 a.m. when you can't sleep because your brain won't stop screaming at you. It's free, it's powerful, it's yours. One important thing before we go. If your stress is severe, if you're having panic attacks that won't stop, if you can't get out of bed, if you're feeling hopeless or having thoughts of self-harm, please talk to a mental health professional. Breathwork is an incredible tool, but it's not a replacement for therapy or medication when you truly need professional help. There's zero shame in getting support. In fact, it's the strongest thing you can do. But for everyday stress, for the normal human experience of being overwhelmed by modern life, pick one technique. Try it today. 5 minutes. See what happens. Worst case, you breathe a little better. Best case, you change your entire relationship with stress. Because sometimes, and I mean this literally, you're one breath away from calm. If this helped you, share it with the most stressed person you know. They'll thank you. They might even owe you a coffee. Hit subscribe if you want more science-backed life hacks that actually work. And seriously, comment which technique you're going to try. I read every single one. Until next time, breathe deep, stress less, live better.